Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Dusty back with another video. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I've been making a bunch of these videos talking about mental health because it's super important for me along my self-development journey to just kind of document things I'm going through, things that I struggle with, and hopefully they could resonate with you guys if you're struggling with something similar. Now, the topic of today's video is going to be binge eating. Last night, I did have a binge eating episode, which resulted in me eating almost a gallon of ice cream in one sitting late at night, 10:30 p.m., pacing around my apartment in my negative thoughts, not in a good state of mind. And sometimes for me, the way I release that pain is to just eat, right? And I've been making a lot of progress, eliminating a lot of bad habits and replacing them with good habits. You know, I've been reading every morning, meditating, working out, building my businesses, making these videos, doing things that help me along my path, my working towards my goals, my dreams, which is good. It makes me really happy when I'm chasing things that I'm passionate about and doing things that I enjoy. But it's sometimes I'm on for 90% of the time, and then that 10% of the time that I'm not on, I set myself back. Like last night, where I just had an episode where I caved and I succumbed to the overeating. And I want to just talk to you guys about this because it's not an easy thing to go through, because you wake up the next morning and you just feel like shit. You realize you have a lot of regret, disappointed in yourself. And I mean, I'm sure some of you guys could resonate with that, because it does suck. You've been making all this progress, working towards your future self, working towards the person that you want to become. And then you have these episodes where you just set yourself back. And, it wasn't an easy week for me this week. I sold my car, my Honda the other, 2 weeks ago. And then literally as soon as I sold the car, my truck started to have issues, because I want to go full time in my painting business and, making these videos. And the check engine light came on, and I brought it to my buddy who's a mechanic, and it's having engine failure. And I'm most likely going to have to replace the engine or rebuild it in some sense. So that caused a lot of stress, anxiety within my mind. And what I'm starting to realize is, there's going to be times in your life where you have these real life problems, right? But then what's actually worse than the real life problems is the mindset that you have about the problem. Sometimes it's sometimes the issues in life that you have aren't as big as the issues up in here, because if you could deal with the issues up in here, it's a lot easier to deal with the real life problems. Sometimes the problems up inside your mind, the negative thoughts are a much bigger issue than the real life problems, because life is going to be hard at times. You're going to always experience real life problems. But when you can't have control over your mind and in your habits, then it will lead you down a path that just makes your situation even worse. Like last night, where if I could work on late at night, not caving in to binge eating, then I would wake up. I probably would have woken up today with a lot more happiness and motivation to keep going, keep working towards my dreams and goals. Which is, I'm making this video, which is really helpful. I'm really proud of myself that I'm at least talking about this, because it's not always easy to talk about, right? I've struggled with weight loss all my life, and there's times where I'm really good and really on. I'm getting shredded, but this binge eating thing is not easy, and it feels so good in the moment, right? It's like an addict. You need that drug, and that sometimes that overeating aspect of life is that drug that I crave in the moment. But it's temporary and it goes away. And the next morning it just, like I just felt super sluggish. My stomach just felt like complete trash, which it is, I was, way too much sugar, way too much food. And then I wake up today, my face is all puffy. I don't feel great. And I have a lot of regret and anxiety. But I know that, sometimes you really have to have these setbacks to, like, sometimes you have to fail a bunch of times in order to really dial in, the good habits. So I'm going to continue to work on, things that I could do late at night that could help me not cave in, and it wasn't just like the bad, like there's a lot of things that have been going on this week in my personal life that I just needed that coping mechanisms. And for me, sometimes it's binge eating. And I'm sure some of you guys watching this video could resonate with that, because it's a nasty addiction. But I know we're going to work through it. Sometimes just like talking about this right now helps me work through this. And I know next time I'm in a situation where I want to cave in, I'm going to think about this video and be like, don't disappoint your future self, because your future self is all you have. In the moment, you need to just regain that presence, regain that motivation within to work through these issues. Because if you work through these issues, if I just went to bed last night, maybe stared at the ceiling, like literally just regained consciousness, regained presence, I would have woke up today with so much more happiness and passion for life than waking up with regret and pain and disappointment. So we're going to continue to work on this. I hope that making these videos can help you guys, because we're in this together. Life is going to hit hard at times, but dealing with the mindset is so important, because when you can control your mind, you can control your body and you can work towards your goals. So we're in this together, one step at a time. You're not always going to be 100%. If you have these setbacks, learn from them, and we're going to keep growing. All right, guys? So stay true to yourself, and I'm here for you. All right? This has been your boy, Coach Dusty. I'm out. Peace.